So I'm already scared of monsters and creepy stuff and horror movies. I don't like any of those things. And now there's a new horror film coming out called Fear of Rain. Like, I'm already scared of other things. I don't need to be scared of rain. I'm just throwing that out there.
And now, a whole new way to watch radio. This is the Dennis George Show. Here's your host, Dennis George.
Yeah, I'm just not going to do it. I'm not going to rush out and see that movie. Mitch is in the house. How are you, Mitch?
I'm doing great. So you're afraid of the rain. So have you ever seen the Netflix series called The Rain?
Oh, but we'll get back to that in just a second. Sam is here.
Run.
Hi, Sam.
Yeah, I like it.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. You should also be scared of the mist as well.
Oh, you're right. We'll get back to that. Debbie's here.
Hi, everybody. We're changing that. Just to let you know, we are changing
I like
that.
it.
Benny G is here.
Hey, how you doing?
Aww.
Very zen.
Everybody's in the house.
He's got
Yeah.
sparkles.
So, Fear of Rain, The Mist, and Mitch, what were you saying about Netflix?
The Rain.
The Rain. Is that also like a scary deal?
That there is a virus in the rain.
Yeah.
The rain in Spain.
Well, that's topical. That's pretty
Dennis?
topical because maybe
Dennis is never leaving his house again.
Right.
I know, this is awesome.
I'm already hardly leaving it all now. Now it's for sure. It's a real deal. Oh my God, that's fantastic.
All you have to do now is watch Disturbia and you'll just be screwed.
Oh, I was popped up on my feed, my Netflix feed yesterday was Outbreak again, which is a pretty old movie with is it Dustin Hoffman?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got a lot of good people in it.
And it's a good movie, but I was like, do I really want to watch this? I'm like, no, I really don't want to watch this. I'm like, no.
We're living it.
Right. I'm like, movies are supposed to escape me from reality, and it's like, no, we're not going to do that. That's not going to
Well, you don't like anything skewy.
Right.
So
It's true.
If you had watched that, we would have all gotten phone calls or texts.
We would have had to come over. All
Yeah.
right.
I would have started this week's podcast with a mask on.
Mardi Gras over.
Exactly. So, Fear of Rain, it's a girl living with schizophrenia struggles with terrifying hallucinations as she begins to suspect her neighbor has kidnapped a child. The only person who believes her is a boy that she befriends who she's not even sure exists. So there's just a whole bunch of different levels of creepiness to that deal.
I
So
lived with schizophrenic for a while.
you were?
I lived with a schizophrenic for a while.
and tell us
Like,
more.
maybe-
How was that?
It was freaky. The schizophrenic, she had a different name than her real name. So you could call her out, and when she would drink, she would slip into that schizophrenic kind of thing. And so you never wanted to have a conversation with her when she had been drinking because she would never remember what you talked about.
I'm going to ask this next question very
Be careful.
delicately. I'm going to be very delicate about, and I really only want a one-word answer. Do we
Okay.
understand the rules?
Okay.
We understand the rules?
You understand the rules?
Okay. Have I ever met this person?
Yes.
Okay, moving on. So
wait. I think there's more here.
Uh,
Raise your hand if you would like to hear more.
Oh my Lord.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't think schizophrenia is anything you want to mess around with.
No, it's spooky stuff.
So my question is, they called it Fear of Rain, but where does the rain come in? Because that synopsis does not mention rain at all.
No, you're right.
Right.
And so it gives me some hope that it isn't going to completely trash the weather. Like Sam said, Into the Mist, or what was it called?
The mist.
The Mist. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to be, like you all said, I just would never leave the house.
Have you never seen that movie?
No.
You know the premise of it?
No.
So the military accidentally accesses this parallel universe, and this mist comes flooding out. In the mist are these great giant beasts and insects that will just tear humans up one side and down the other.
So like Australia.
You sure the mist isn't chemtrails?
Could be.
Australia. Put Australia down right
Yeah, but
now.
it could
Okay,
be
Australia on
Australia.
steroids is
Australia,
basically the
and
mist.
also Kim Kardashian because of the vapor trails.
What?
It's not vapor trails though. What are they called again?
Chemtrails. From
Chemtrails.
planes.
Yeah,
How do we get? How are we
And how does
apologizing
Kim
to
Kardashian come into
fit
this?
because that's her.
It's like mist, man. It's you
That's
sure the
one of
mist
her-
isn't from that? Oh, how did she get into it? I don't know.
Yeah, from a podcast like 3 weeks ago, we talked about how she believes in conspiracy theories, and one of the ones that she posts on her social media all the time is that chemtrails. It's part of a conspiracy.
It's from the planes though.
Yes.
Yes, that they're dispensing
I'm taking Kim
things,
Kardashian
biological
off the
things
list.
into the air.
Just because I don't like her, anyways.
Well,
Well,
she's had a tough week.
Forget chemtrails. He needs to believe in Weight Watchers.
What were you asking? Dad?
Mitchell.
Now put her back on the list.
Mitchell.
Too far?
Yes, it's awful.
You liked it.
CBS has a new show. CBS, the local, is a national broadcasting company here in the United States. You all know that. They have a new show that's starting called Hannibal or Clarice, right?
Clarice.
Clarice.
I'm about to say
Clarice.
Hannibal's not new.
Kind of a spin-off the Hannibal Lecter deal.
Yeah.
And they have been running mercilessly previews for this
Right.
show. Now, I don't like, I've said this, I don't like scary movies. And each preview, they're trying to like one up themselves to make the next
And make it
preview-
more scary.
to make it more scary. To the point that now when the preview comes on, I change the channel.
It's not scary. I've seen the first 2 episodes. It's not scary.
Then
It's
what are they
gruesome.
doing?
It's gruesome, but it's not scary.
He's out already.
Did
They're
you see
losing-
Hannibal? Did you see Hannibal?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
I saw Silence of the Lambs, which I really liked.
Yeah, it's kind of like that, but it's not as scary even as Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you might
It's,
like it.
it's supposed to be like the prequel, though, right? Like about Clarice before.
No, it's after.
It's
Oh,
like
after.
after. It's after
Yes,
Hannibal.
After, right.
Oh, okay.
So she's still with the FBI. She's still kind of in training, and she goes and she has insight and she's intuitive about crime scenes, and so they have her, even as a neophyte, coming out and helping them figure out what's going on in the real world.
Oh,
It's pretty interesting.
Okay.
I'll see.
Now,
I'm only in it two. I usually
yeah.
allow myself to go in 3 shows before I either
make
keep
a decision.
The first
Yeah,
book,
It's only been out for 2 weeks, so they only have 2 shows
Right.
out so far.
Yeah.
Right.
so it's all started with a book series. The first one was called Manhunter, and then the second one was called Silence of the Lambs, and then they made Silence of the Lambs, or did they make Manhunter first? I'm
They
not
made
sure.
Manhunter first, and that was really a good movie.
Yeah, that's a really good movie, and actually,
Really?
parts of it-
Really?
I've never heard of that one.
yeah,
Yeah.
parts of the stories are based in St. Charles, Missouri, which some of us here are from St. Louis, Missouri, and that's a suburb
Right.
of St. Louis.
And
Are
they,
you
and
sure
they
you're-
actually use St. Louis Airport too.
They use the
I've
airport,
seen
that's
from
right.
That also.
That's
Are you
right.
guys thinking about Red Dragon?
No,
Red Dragon's
Because
good.
Red Dragon also does take place in St. Louis.
yeah, no.
I think it. Yes.
And it's a prequel.
Yeah, and it's a prequel to Silence of the Lambs.
What was it? Manhunter?
Manhunter. Yep.
Who's
Okay.
in that?
I'm not sure.
There's no real. Actually, there is somebody. One of the FBI agents is somebody you would recognize, but the other people are not.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I watched it.
And it was good.
Pretty good. Yeah, it's pretty good.
I have to put
good.
that on my to watch list.
Yeah.
and,
I wrote it down.
And there's
apologize to?
there's a blind woman involved, which gets involved with the serial killer.
Wait. Oh,
Yeah,
wait,
no, that is
I think
that
I
is Red
saw that.
Dragon. Red Dragon
That's
is
kinda Red
Yeah,
Dragon.
there
That's
there
it
is
then.
Right.
Yeah.
Red Dragon is the remake, is the newer one that they
I was
did.
going
but
to say, I think that's the
Oh,
remake.
okay.
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, I think Manhunter
Oh.
was done in the 80s.
Right.
Yeah,
Manhunter
okay.
is an old film.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
there you
And
go.
I'm trying to remember who
It's all coming
like,
back to me now.
I think
Celine?
that the woman that plays the blind woman was big then and is not has not necessarily done a lot of stuff. 'Cause
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I've seen that now.
There you go.
Yeah. We've got a good show for you. After the little break here, top 10 list, top 10 things your kids need to know or learn. And then, of course, we've got our normal installment of Weird People. Stick around.
Whole new way to watch radio. The Dennis George Show continues after this.
The views expressed on Dennis George Show
Are not our own or anyone else's.
Listen at your own risk, and we cannot be held responsible for your ears burning, bleeding, or ringing, or the blurred eyesight.
some things you will not be able to unhear or unsee, and for that,
You are warned.
Do not try anything we suggest or talk about at home, work, or in your car.
A reminder, there are no rules, and our show is intended for mature audience only.
or at a minimum,
Those over your state's or country's legal age of consent.
Any experiments
Jobs, skills, or sexual positions suggested
and or recommended
are for comedy purposes only and should not be tried without supervision.
or a spotter.
safety word or phrase,
Is recommended in advance of trying anything
Any
new.
medical advice
or comments that seem like medical advice,
should be reviewed with your own doctor.
or at least.
Check it on Google like we did.
Thank you and good luck.
Now, back to our show. Here's Dennis George.
Well, we're back, and Weird People news always
Is weird.
It's weird.
tends to be weird. Those of you who have tuned in for the ever weekly Margot and Yuri update, fear not. There will be a brief little update here at the end of the Weird People news. We're not going to read all.
going to be brief. You know we're going to go on a tangent with that.
Nope. We're gonna keep it to a minimum because next week
Just put
We're gonna
Margot
have
on the apology list right now.
we're gonna have an in-depth interview. next
Preemptive
week.
apology.
So I'm doing a little
Depth interview with who?
And
I'm
that's
not-
going to be Margot's face, Debbie, the whole
not-
time.
I'm not telling. So you have to wait to find out. Lucky dog. You know you all love your pets. Everyone loves their pet. Everyone loves your dog. Probably not a lot you wouldn't do for your dog.
True.
A Tennessee canine won't have to worry about living a dog's life after its owner recently died. That's because the owner left his 8-year-old border collie named Lulu $5 million in his will.
I'd like to be the executor.
Right, exactly.
Right.
Who takes ownership of the dog and therefore the executor of the $5 million?
I'm guessing it's been spelled out in the will. Of course, they don't just hand the dog the money and the dog's got a bone and he runs off with it.
No, that's not right.
I'd be like, Lulu needs a new land yacht.
Right,
Right.
right. So I thought that was. Would you leave your money to your dog, or would you leave? If you had
No.
lots of money, would you leave some money to your dog?
No.
I don't think it would be that much. If I did leave anything, like, God willing, if I knew that I was going to be dying soon, that I could make sure that my dog is taken care of until his life is complete and
Right.
happy,
Right.
vet visits and things like that.
I mean,
Yeah.
I would give the money away with the stipulation that they have to take the dog.
Well,
And
yeah,
take-
of course.
And take care of the dog. Like, I'd be like, this
Yeah.
money is yours. Please give, my dog a good life. And then when she's gone, have fun.
No euthanization.
Isn't there a movie out there where somebody leaves the animal or is going to leave the
Yes.
animal all the money? I feel like that's a movie.
There is.
Yeah.
Probably
Probably
a
so.
couple.
I didn't watch it. I don't know. But yes, there is.
I think, like some of you said, I think leaving some provision for seeing that your animals are taken care of makes complete sense to me.
Sure.
Specifically, leaving it $5 million seems a little crazy to me. I'm just saying.
It
Well,
definitely
I
wants a
mean-
bigger house.
If
And I
the
mean-
people in your life have been poopy, then give the dog the money.
Yeah.
That's
Right.
the way I look at it.
And what happens to the money once the dog passes? Because I mean,
Probate.
spend $5 million on a dog in its lifetime you'd be hard pressed.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I don't know. Depends if the dog's flying everywhere and taking cruises and
Yeah.
going on yachts and stuff. I was pricing some of that this week. I mean, it's expensive.
Take a ride on SpaceX.
Right. First dog in space.
Wouldn't be the first.
Wouldn't be the first dog in
Yeah.
space.
Oh, that's
No.
right. It wouldn't be. That's true. Good point. Yeah.
What was that dog's name? Pluto?
Something like, yeah.
I don't know.
Sputnik. I don't know.
No, I can't remember.
Copenhagen, Denmark's Supreme Court on Thursday sentenced a man to 4 months imprisonment for coughing on 2 police officers while shouting Corona during a routine traffic stop last March. The incident, which took place when the country was under full coronavirus lockdown, led to the defendant being arrested on charges of threatening behavior, although he tested negative.
I was just saying my Sharona.
My Sharona. Exactly.
I just think he was drunk, like, Corona, pointing to his beer.
You're right about that. Kinkasha, the latest series of mystery monoliths to capture the imagination of science fiction fans around the world, met a fiery end in the Democratic Republic of Congo on Wednesday when it was torched at a roundabout in the capital. The 12-foot metallic structure first appeared in Kinkasha's Bendel neighborhood over the weekend on Sunday morning. On Wednesday morning, a crowd of curious onlookers were snapping selfies and debated its possible origins. Videos posted on social media later in that day showed residents destroying the structure with sticks and then setting it on fire. Who says we won't be friendly to passive aliens?
How do you set a metal structure on fire?
I don't know, but apparently they piled a bunch of stuff around its base and just lit the bad boy up.
So, I mean, first of all, everything in Kinshasa comes to a fiery end. All right.
I might need to apology list. Remember,
who are we apologizing to?
Kinshasa.
Everyone in the Democratic Republic of Congo, Mitch has managed to insult. Similar alien-looking pillars were spotted in the Utah desert in the United States in November, and then in Romania and Turkey, sparking conspiracy theories and comparisons to the monolith in the 1968 film 2001: A Space Odyssey. Here's the thing: what if these monoliths are sort of aliens testing out how they might be received in the world? And boy, we're really behaving poorly.
Dennis,
yeah.
Do you believe in aliens? Go ahead. Do you?
I do believe that there is a intelligent being that's not based on Earth. I have to figure out my words here. Who have visited us. Yes. So yes, I do. Yes, I do. I believe that there is some form of intelligent life, and I believe that they visited us and said, "Oh hell no!" And I think they've turned around.
I'm just checking.
I think there are aliens out there, people not of this Earth, who are very, very much more advanced than we are, and have visited here. And in fact, you should watch Fifth Encounters. What's it called? Close Encounters of the Fifth Kind.
Yeah, with Mia Jovovich in Alaska.
Yeah, it's very, very good. But no, I think they've come to Earth and visited and thought, boy, this is just. It's like it would be like us going to visit an anthill and taking a look at it and going, do we want to go hang out with these ants?
Cray.
Be like,
yeah.
No, we don't want to be hanging out with them.
But what if it's they're actually just regular people like us, but they're just so much smarter that they've gotten so much further in their society and they drove by and did that?
Yeah,
that'd be really crazy.
That could be true too.
So Sam, do you believe in aliens?
Why not? Sure.
Mitch?
They're not bothering us right now, so
I think space is way too vast for it to be empty. And it wouldn't surprise me if we've been visited in the past. And I think actually that if we were, they simply left. I mean, because we were so primitive that, we might have started worshiping them as gods. And what can you do? You tell them, no, you're doing it wrong. They're going to come up with a new way to do it. And the easiest thing to do is just to leave.
If you think of aliens as bacteria and that type of stuff, then yes. If you think of it as little people, then no.
You don't think we've been visited?
Not by people.
Not by little people.
Maybe some bacteria has been deposited on our planet. Some life form in that sense.
Not an intelligent being that's
well, you might think that any kind of even the virus, isn't that intelligent? Can it
Yeah.
mutate? Can it
Yeah.
change? Can it go? That's pretty
Right.
smart stuff, right? So if you call that intelligent, then yes. If you're talking about a big ass brain with,
Debbie, what do you think?
I fully believe that there is life out there. Whether or not they've come here, I have no idea. But like Mitch, I think space is way too vast. We are barely touching the surface of the amount of stuff out there.
What if we're the size? What if we don't? What if our proportions are actually so off that we're actually the size of the nucleus of a cell in or on something else, and we just don't realize it? Like that those cells inside
So
us.
we're the ant.
In the grand scheme of the universe, we are.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Or the Milky Way happens to be a bunch of cells that are in some larger thing. Let's go really strange.
That's right. Yeah.
Possibilities are endless.
They're endless, right?
Now, all of our listeners, please grab your pipes.
Margot and Yuri. Yuri has found a new woman. If you remember, Margot was the sex doll that Yuri married in.
She had the blowout.
That's right. In around Christmas time, after a 1-year courtship, and then they got married, and then after the wedding, Yuri, who says he's into rough sex, apparently there was a blowout, and Margot was reportedly sent away for repairs. Yuri couldn't wait for his wife to come back.
Imprisonment.
Has been dating, and now he did have a little fling with they call it a life-size chicken named Lola.
Back to chickens.
Oh, so he's back. He's
on
in
the
animals now.
on the chicken thing, but it's not a real animal. It's apparently a inanimate object shaped like a chicken.
Do we have a name?
Wait.
Lola.
Whenever a doll looks like a human, we can marry it. But whenever it's a chicken, it's a fake chicken.
Well, it's a fake.
Is this
chicken.
what you're telling me?
Well, it's a fake chicken, but it's got male bottom half and female upper half.
Like male chicken bottom half and female chicken top half?
Correct. So
it's got a wangoodle.
I need pictures.
Apparently. Don't worry.
I wonder which way she's transitioning. Or he's transitioning.
The star in London will have pictures this week.
In
all right.
In transition.
Guaranteed. So we will explore this more next week in depth.
Do we have what?
Do we have to?
I can't.
It's like do we have to?
So
are we going to have a guest on the show?
Wait.
All right.
If Mitch is saying, do we have to? I think we should potentially think we've gone too far.
The litmus test is Mitch. You may be right about that.
When Mitch goes green, you've gone too far.
Yeah.
Top 10 list coming up. Things kids really need to know. That list is coming up next. Stick around.
Find us online at Pornhub. Sorry, wrong site. Find us online at DennisGeorgeShow.com.
Hey there, catch us 24/7 on social media. Like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter and Good Pods. On Alexa and Google Assist, say, play Dennis George Show podcast.
If you have a question or comment, send us an email at podcast@DennisGeorgeShow.com. Or if you're just looking for a date. If we read your question or comment on the show, we'll send you a Dennis George Show t-shirt. That's podcast@DennisGeorgeShow.com. Now back to the show.
So I do need Sam to do one housekeeping thing for us, if you don't mind.
Okay.
I'm a pretty big fan of Dolly Parton's. We need to add her to the list for this week for last.
For the apology?
Yeah, for last week's Mitch comment, because I listened back the show.
What happened?
Well,
No, it was Pamela Anderson, not Dolly Parton.
Oh, was it?
Yes.
I get those boobs mixed up. Okay, so
it was Pamela.
So add Pamela Anderson to Debbie.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and do that.
You cannot mix up Dolly Parton and Pamela Anderson. You need to
Agreed.
apologize for
Agreed,
Dolly.
Debbie.
Now we actually do need to
Agreed.
apologize to Dolly Parton.
All right.
Agreed.
Fine.
Correct. I agree with that as
so
well.
Dolly's a
disappointed
saint.
in
I
you.
would
I'm
never
sorry.
say that Dolly Parton. I won't even say the words that I compared Pamela Anderson to while talking about Dolly
You're
Parton.
right. You're right. No, you're absolutely right. For sure. Yeah.
One's just Baywatch and the other one's fabulous.
Was Pamela Anderson in Baywatch?
Yeah. Oh,
How do you know her? Where do you know her from?
I don't know.
The Tommy Lee video.
Right.
The Tommy Lee video.
The sex
that we're
video.
gonna have in-depth detail on next week, right?
We might need to apologize to Tommy Lee.
Fine,
Oh,
now
I
I've
don't
got to
know.
go do research for the show, and I've got to go find the video.
I just thought you had it on your computer.
Don't.
No. I don't have that kind of stuff. Debbie, what's your top 10 list this time around?
Top 10 list. Things I find this term strange to say because many of them will get offended. Things kids really need to know today. Which
Yeah.
I don't agree with number 10. I just want to let you guys know I don't agree with number 10 at all because number 10 is how to dial a phone, like a rotary phone. We don't need to know that anymore because there
Who
are
has the
no
rotary phone?
I do. I got one in the basement.
See?
Do you
I agree
have
with
any
Debbie.
kids coming over using your phone?
Wait a minute. Wait. Here's a very
Why do you have kids in your house in your basement?
Right, let's if you're trapped in Denny G's basement, you're going to need to know how to use the rotary phone.
Rotary
That's
phone.
why he doesn't think they need to be taught how to dial a rotary phone.
It doesn't work anymore. They don't work anymore.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm with Debbie. I don't think they need to know how to dial a rotary phone. I think they need to know how to drive a stick shift.
Okay, fair enough. All right, well, Debbie, I think number 10 gets wiped off the list, and we
Yeah,
can.
I just don't agree with that number 10.
You know, there may be rotary phones in some other countries
True.
That's
Very
true.
that aren't quite as technology.
That's
Technologically
probably actually.
advanced.
Technologically advanced.
That's probably actually really true. That there's probably some real truth to that. Yep.
Yes. So
I'm not cool enough for anybody to kidnap me and take me to a different country where they need rotary phones. I'm boring.
as my mother said.
No,
for me, as
We
my
might
I'm
mother
gonna
said,
apologize to myself.
We could put out some ads out there and see. I mean, we might be able to get some takers. If anyone's interested in kidnapping Sam, write us
You
an
will
email.
travel, apparently.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, don't do
Podcast.
that. Don't do that.
Right. Don't do that. Don't do that.
oh,
my
well,
Lord.
as my mother said for me from a very young age, nobody was going to get Debbie without everybody knowing that somebody was
Yeah,
trying to
right.
get Debbie. I was like,
Stranger danger.
Yeah. What do you got next?
Number 9, how to properly attend a concert or event. I don't like the way they phrase this, but so many younger people that go to concerts and events, they always have their phones up. So it's not like they're not present in the moment. They are, recording and sending videos,
Right.
and doing all that.
I'm just going to record the whole show right here, right now.
Just
And you're blocking my view.
Pardon me?
Right.
And you're blocking my view.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
You know?
So that's something.
Yeah, no, because kids they aren't enjoying the moment. They're I mean,
Right.
in my opinion, right? Because maybe they really are. But I feel like they're putting that phone up there to record it to prove to all their other social media people that they were there.
Oh,
And it's
cool am
like-
I.
Yeah.
And everyone's
Right.
holding all that stuff up. It's like just stop and take a minute, enjoy the moment of what you're at.
And
Live
you
in the
could
moment.
instead of recording, you can take a picture and
Yeah,
be done.
take a selfie
Right.
at the gate that shows that, live in concert.
Yeah. I
Whoever
do.
tonight with your friends and then tag yourself in it on Facebook.
Yeah, and
Right.
obviously with the pandemic, we haven't experienced this recently because nobody's been able to do a lot of live shows.
And
Now,
it's
I don't
glorious.
mind in voyeurism porn if they're using the phone like that. That makes sense to me.
And number
But that's
8
different.
is
Debbie's just done with us.
done. We're not even.
Okay.
Is how to sit at a table with others and actually have a meal or conversation.
Oh my
not
God,
having your
this one.
phone out constantly.
Mhm.
This one is amazing. So I'll go out
Yep.
to a restaurant or something and notice that other tables, and I'm being a little judgy, but I'll notice at other tables and none of them are talking to each other.
Yeah.
They're all on their phones. It's like no one's enjoying the moment.
Really bad when the parents are even doing it.
Right.
I went to lunch yesterday with a friend and I checked my phone 3 times and that was it. It was out because it's got my wallet in there too, so it had my cards and stuff. But that was the only reason it was out. And so I just checked it 3 times to make sure nobody was trying to reach me for anything. And I would prefer to have phones down at all times, to be honest with you.
Leave your
When I-
phone at
Yeah.
home.
Yeah.
I think the younger generation actually just needs a course in phone etiquette. you know, what you can post on social media, like, you know, the social media prime directive, you know, don't be mean, don't put, you know, if you take a picture of somebody that's compromising, you know, let them see it and say yes or no before you post it.
Isn't that the parents' job? And why are we giving it to them whenever they're 13?
Because
because they don't know what to use the phone for at 13.
Parents
Not
have
just kids, it's
abdicated that
adults. Come on,
responsibility.
it's adults.
Yeah. Yeah. Adults do it too. And I mean, but parents have abdicated that responsibility to the children. Or
Well-
I'm sorry, to the phones.
As a society, I think we've lost, and this is deep, guys. So hang in there.
We are getting deep.
As
We really are this week.
as a society whole, I think we've
Right.
lost a lot of common respect for each other because people are so quick to
True.
you see a post and you want to slam somebody for it, and it's easy to do because you're basically, you know, fairly anonymous and you can just comment. And I think people have lost a lot of that respect for other people, and we're not trying to knock each other down. We should be trying to lift each other up, you know. And social media, while it can be a great thing, a lot of people are abusing what its intention was.
True story.
It's the social dilemma.
It's true.
Absolutely.
That's right.
Yeah. So anyways,
right.
that was my deep thought for today.
That was good.
Number 7 is how to do laundry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Including folding.
Including folding and non-wrinkling. Yep.
Let's not get crazy. Let's just talk about doing laundry.
Let's just get it clean first.
I don't even like folding laundry. You can ask my mother. She laughs at me because I'm like, oh, I have to fold laundry. And she's a very regimented. If she starts the load, she's going to take it all the way through to the end and put it away. Sometimes I have to go to my clean laundry basket to get stuff out because can't stand folding laundry.
Yeah.
So we'll just go with at least wash and dry the laundry.
All right.
So then do you refluff it in the dryer if it is so it isn't wrinkly?
I don't have that much that I have to worry about wrinkling. But
Right.
I also, you know, because I've been, you know, I'm working remote, so I've been at the house the whole time. I'm wearing sweatpants, t-shirts, sweatshirts, you know.
They're not getting very wrinkly.
Yeah, no,
I'm
it's
not
not
even wearing pants.
Hey Debbie, were you forced to fold laundry as a kid?
No. Only I remember having to do it a couple times when we didn't have our washer and dryer yet when we moved to Virginia. So we had to go to the laundromat, and I would go with my mom and we would do all that stuff there. And then when my mom was on vacation, she went on vacation without us once. I'll never let her forget it too. She left. I wanted her to take me with me. They wouldn't let me go. It was very annoying.
Best
And I had to
vacation
go-
ever.
No, I wanted to go. But anyways, so I remember having to do that. Yeah. So that was the
You know, by the time I was 10 or 11, if I didn't do laundry, I didn't have clothes to wear. Like, it was, my parents were like, do your laundry. That, you know, you're old enough now, figure it out.
yeah. Mom was kind enough to do our laundry for us.
So I understand wash and wear colored. There's a button for that or a dial for that, and you just put it all in that one and it's fine.
You
All
have
right.
you have a lot of used to be white but are now pink things.
I have learned the pink sock thing the hard way.
But
All
now they
right.
have those sheets that actually trap the colors. That
Right.
you can put that in there, and now everything stays the right color.
Oh, I need to look into that.
True.
All right, number 6 is how to shake hands. Of course, with COVID, shaking hands is kind of taboo. obviously.
Don't do it.
Well,
Elbows.
even more importantly these days, if you're wearing gloves, you have to take the gloves off. All right, when you're going to shake somebody's hand.
Mm.
All right.
I will shake hands gloved if we're outside and we're both gloved and it's cold.
Right.
You know, like warranted for gloves. I'm okay with that. But I'll tell you one thing that drives me nuts on handshakes. When you go in for the handshake and they only take the front half of your hand, I'm like,
Oh yeah, right.
you didn't
It's
even think
I am not a duchess. All right, grab the whole thing firmly and
Like,
strongly.
make
All right,
it
and
up.
Yeah, but
I-
the reverse is that I don't like, which is someone's trying to prove their strength or their machoism. And they go in for the kill and the squeeze, and you're
Right.
like, "Whoa!" It was
There
just
is too firm.
it was a
punching.
hello. I wasn't looking to be dominated. Like, what is going on here?
Yeah, there's a nice balance between those two, but I
Seriously.
can't stand. It always cracks me up when I see, especially in
I see you.
the fact that men in particular seem to do that to me a lot more than women do.
Yeah.
And I
Right.
think to myself, Why would you do that? And maybe that's just been.
Are they trying to assert themselves? Are they trying to assert themselves? Like,
no. They do that. That I'm only going in for half the hand.
oh, okay. They're being
and
gentle.
I think, well, first of all, I'm not a petite woman, so I don't think we really need to play that game. And it's not like I have weak. I'm not weak anywhere. So let's shake hands like actual people.
In some
it's the worst whenever they only get the front half and they also squeeze so hard, because then your fingers literally feel like they're breaking in half.
Exactly.
In some countries, it's improper to touch hands. That's not that's not a that's more, shaking hands is more of a Western culture ideal. In most other countries, it's not appropriate to touch someone else.
So there's actually a book out there. It's called Shake, Bow, or Kiss. And it actually goes through the cultures as to whether or not you're supposed to shake somebody's hand.
You should do it.
If you're supposed to bow, how far you're supposed to bow, who's supposed to bow first. And, if you're supposed to kiss, which side of the cheek you start on. Do you do both sides? Do you do 3 kisses? What circumstances?
So I want to change my greeting from now on. Everybody just needs to bow. I'm just going to make that change.
And I'm good with the kissing. So, it's fine.
No, kissing on the cheek, Dennis, not tongue.
Oh, all right. Fair enough.
I had heard actually that some of the regions in Europe, it depends how many times you kiss on the cheek is dependent upon where you're from. If you're from the East, this way and west, and I can't remember where I saw that, but
and I think it's also like your relationship to the person.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
That would make a difference.
Interesting.
Could get real weird.
But from across the room, you could say, "Oh, I know who's dating who because of the kiss."
And that would definitely avoid some of the awkwardness of, someone comes them out, but are they with them?
Yeah, right.
All right, number 5 is how to balance a checkbook and actually make a budget.
Yeah.
Important.
Yeah.
I was taught that in elementary school. We had to do like it was a reward system. So whenever you were good, you were given money from the teacher. And after you got up to a certain dollar amount, then you had to deposit it. And we had to take turns on logging it into the bank and also depositing money. And then we could actually buy things with it. Like I remember buying a lunch with the principal. Right.
That's
so then
cool.
you could,
Pretty
cool.
Nice.
But it taught the whole process of the banking system and how you log it and all that.
Yeah. That's
I actually had a class, and one of the units that they taught was basically writing checks and money management type of stuff when I want to say 8th grade.
Yeah, I think I was in 5th grade when we
it's been a long time since I've been in school. I don't know if they're still doing those classes.
No.
It just seems to me there's so many people who don't know those skills. So I would think that.
Are you kidding me? They don't even know how to write checks because nobody writes checks anymore.
Right.
Or make change.
Right.
Yeah, making changes.
Oh my God.
Or carry money.
So let's talk about this. Since you said this, Denny G.
Oh boy.
I have a regular coffee shop that I go to. Okay. So I know that my quad shot latte, 16 ounce, is going to cost $6.06. So I have change, right? I've gotten a lot of change. So now I only take $6 plus my $1 for their tip. And then sometimes I don't have a nickel, I'll have a dime, right? With a penny.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
But she needs to give me a nickel back. Why is she keeping my nickel? Every time I go in. This is the 3rd time. I've had a third time at this.
She doesn't
kept my nickel. She doesn't know how to give change back.
She doesn't know math, and so she doesn't know what to do. So she's just taking it.
She's padding her drawer.
It's
doesn't
hard
like
to balance
padding
a
their
drawer at the
drawers?
end of the day. I guess you just take all the changes left over and put it in your pocket.
What you need
It's
to
a tip
do,
jar.
you need to try next time you go in, bring the 10 cents in pennies, even though you only owe 6. Give her 10 pennies
And see if she can count it.
and see if she gives back 4 pennies.
This is your regular coffee shop, right, Sam?
Yeah.
Is it your favorite coffee shop? Better question.
How far
Do you want it to stay your favorite coffee shop? Do you not want it to become your worst coffee shop?
It's only one employee, though. It's only this one.
But I mean,
I don't know.
You're gonna kick them off. All right, if you do that with 10 pennies, and they are never gonna love you. All right.
I'm gonna tell her that she should watch listen to the Dennis George show, and then she'll figure it out.
Oh, you are never gonna get your coffee right again.
You get your change in your coffee.
He'll get something extra in his coffee.
Qualifies the protein shake now.
It's just right. They're gonna drop that right into the coffee.
Sorry, I went on a tangent.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Right.
Well, let's apologize. Let's apologize to your favorite coffee shop because you trashed them.
I don't know if I want to name it out loud.
You don't have to. Just
don't have
Say
to.
Sam's
coffee shop.
No, because people will start going in there and making fun of them.
And they'll know too when they watch the show.
Right.
All right. Number 4 is how to read a map.
Yes.
Oh. Why?
I'm not like all about how to read a map, but I'm like more like directions based on the cardinal direction. Like, start at the intersection of Maple and Pine, go north for 3 blocks. All right, make a right hand or turn east, and then go east for 3 miles.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I'm not really about reading a map, but like actually like take directions from the map.
And then you end up at the corner of walk and don't walk.
Yes.
There are some people, though, that actually, for example, my father, he's this way. He wants to actually know the exit number. And I've never been a driver that really went by exit number, but he's asked me, what exit number is that? And I'm like, no, you just need the highway. You don't need the exit number. But he likes exit numbers.
The exit number tells them what mile marker it's in between and tells them a lot of information.
Well, the other thing is if it's a highway and you're going eastbound and westbound, let's say, so one exit will take you east and the other one will take you west. So having the exit number is always better if they're labeled that way.
And
it's
knowing
easier
how
to
the
find,
interstates,
as an older person, it's easier to find than it is. Okay, which way do I go?
He's always been this way all his life. It's not an old thing.
He's not changing.
No.
But I mean, also knowing how the interstates in the U.S. are actually numbered.
Yeah.
Like, the even ones go east-west, the odd ones go north-south, and the triple numbers are the circles.
You want to get off on 10, if you want.
Wait, what?
101, you don't know which way to
Exit
go
numbers are that way?
necessarily.
Wait, hold on. What, Denny?
I said if you want to get off anyway on Highway 101, on Highway 101, you don't know whether you need to go east or west, but if I know it's exit 51 or 52, then that's easier for me, even though they're both the same highway.
Mm-hmm.
You follow what I'm saying there?
51 is east.
So the numbers of the exit tell you which direction you're going to be going?
No, but if you know, in other words, your map will say, hey, eastbound is going to be 52, westbound is going to be 51. So I don't need to know eastbound or westbound if I know it's 51 or 52.
Right.
I don't need to know which way I have to go. I just need to know what the exit number is.
But doesn't it say east or west on the sign too?
Yes, but it's a lot to read. It gets confusing when you're driving a car, you're not paying attention. And
So wait a second. Okay. So 51 and 52.
All
right. The only thing that's changed is the 1 and the 2.
Yes.
Now, east and west, I'm just pointing this out. Isn't it a W or an E? So can't you just look for a W or an E?
I guess you could, sure.
Okay. I'm just checking.
You could.
I'm
done. Got nothing else.
That's back to number 4. We all need to learn how to read a map.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Number 3 is teach them an actual phone number in case their phone is lost.
Yeah.
More importantly, when you get arrested and they give you your one phone call, they don't give you your
True.
phone. You've got to do it from memory.
I can.
How do you know this?
No comment.
L911.
Yeah, I
I've been kidnapped.
I confess to this. I don't know the numbers. I mean, I know the phone number of the house I grew up in, so there better be someone there because that's where I'm calling.
Wow.
Can you call my mommy?
Right.
Been arrested.
I am lucky that the phone number that I had in high school is still the phone number at my mother's house, which I have memorized. But the issue is she and I are 800 miles apart. So
Right.
she's not going to be able to do much for me. There's another phone number I need to memorize just in case.
Yeah.
Yes.
I need to take a lesson from that one and do that as well.
Yeah. So number 2, how to find a book in the library.
Yes.
Don't you just ask a staff person?
I don't think they teach the Dewey Decimal System anymore.
So, but how many kids are actually going to the library?
That's a good point, though.
That's
Don't know.
I mean, I love the library, and I have so many books to read on my shelf that I have purchased for myself that I do not go to the library very often. But I love libraries. I grew up going to the library once or twice a week.
Mm-hmm.
My mom's a very avid reader, so we were at the library a lot. I had my own library card, all the kind of good stuff. But how many kids are actually going to the library?
I think a lot.
Do you?
Yeah, because they have computers now. You can, if you say you don't have a computer at home, you can get on computers in the library. And like a downtown St. Louis library, they have pods that you can essentially reserve and go there with a group of people, and they'll have touchscreen TVs and places to be able to meet with people. So if you don't happen to have a community meeting room, so I know last time I've been there, it's been a while, but it was pretty crowded.
I didn't realize that the downtown library had that. That's cool.
It's actually quite beautiful down there if you haven't been down there for a while.
Yeah, no, I haven't. It's been years since I've been down there.
Yeah, you should go.
Yeah, I knew they renovated, so yeah.
The library you all are talking about is in St. Louis, Missouri.
Yes, I said St. Louis downtown.
Yeah.
You did.
I think the kids also need to be taught like the internet suffix and how that can help if they're doing research and stuff like that. Because you have the org is a nonprofit organization, the EDUs, the educational, the government, the .gov, but the .com, that's commercial website. They are making money and they are spending money. And they need to understand that that's not necessarily an authority on unbiased research.
They're not?
Hey, I mean, I think that there are a lot of kids out there who need to know that.
We'll go ahead and apologize to .com.
Right.
I think there's some adults that need to learn that too, to be honest with you. I think there are adults that need that.
You're not wrong.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. All right, number 1, how to ask someone in person out on a date.
Yeah. Yes. How to talk to anybody outside of a keyboard.
In person.
Get out from behind the keyboard and talk to somebody.
Yeah. Social skills have gone to hell.
Yeah.
Would you allow on the phone if they called and asked you out on a date?
Yeah.
Allow that? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think people just learn.
The interaction itself.
Yeah, the personal interaction is just gone. People haven't learned how to do it.
Doesn't that start on Snapchat?
Doesn't what start on Snapchat?
How you ask them out?
Maybe you do a little dance, do a little.
You can make it like the little TikTok video.
Right.
I like Dennis's dance. His little my fist in front of my chest. I like it.
It's a little jig. It's a little jig. Oh well, thank you, Debbie. Coming up after the break, Mitch is going to take us through some listener emails. Stick around.
It's a whole new way to watch radio. The Dennis George Show continues after this.
Check out our YouTube channel. It's a whole new way to watch radio, where you can find each episode of our show. Just search Dennis George Show. Like us and subscribe. See you there.
Hey, this is Mitch from The Dennis George Show. If you have a question, comment, new sexual position, things I should do with Dennis's mom, or looking for a date, or even looking for a date with Dennis's mom, send us an email at podcast@dennisgeorgeshow.com. If we read your question or comment on the air, we'll send you a t-shirt. That's podcast@dennisgeorgeshow.com. And now, back to the show.
All right, so Dennis gets the main
Fill the dial up. Oh, man. We need to update this.
Seriously, I think they had better technology, Dennis, in war games. All right.
Do you want to play a game?
The only way to win is not to play.
It's fine. If more people subscribe to our show, we might be able to afford high speed.
I will pay for the high speed, for God's sake.
I'll pay people to subscribe.
Yeah. Exactly.
All right. Okay.
Mitch, what do you got for us?
we get a lot of mail from listeners, and Paul from the Netherlands, he's generated a list of questions because they want to get to know us better.
Oh.
All right.
So this isn't the entire list. He sent us 30 questions, but thank you, Paul. And I do love the Netherlands. I really do. That place is kick ass.
I want to be back.
I know. I want to go back. So also, while we're doing this, I actually want you guys to generate your own question, that we're going to go around and ask everybody, their answers after we go through this list. So
All right.
this first one is yes or no. So raise your hand if you have done this. Let's go with
Well,
this.
it's kind of an audio show, so we should probably hear from people.
I got it, Tina.
Okay.
Have you ever kissed somebody with tongue?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. So
Everybody, yes.
Everybody has raised their hand.
All right.
Given or received a hickey?
Yes.
Now, hickey is like where you sort of sucked on their neck
Yes.
and it makes a red spot. Yeah.
Doesn't
Or
have to
other
be on
area.
the neck.
Oh, it doesn't?
No, it does not.
No.
Oh, well, then double.
So have you
my.
given one? Raise your hand if you've given a hickey.
Uh,
All right. Everybody's got the hand. Raise your hand if you've received a hickey.
Yeah. More than one.
Okay.
Smart girl,
Everyone's
Debbie.
got their hand up.
Smart girl.
Have you ever gone skinny dipping?
Yes.
Yes.
The ocean, the pool, and the hot tub.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, so everybody but Debbie.
Thanks for
has
the
gone-
detail.
You're welcome. I'm here.
Everybody but Debbie has gone skinny dipping.
Debbie!
What?
We'll have to
Let's
work
go.
on that.
I've never been in a location where I could go.
She's a lady.
Well,
And I'm a lady.
well, all right, fine.
And
you-
playing nude volleyball in a pool counts.
Right. Yeah.
Have you done that, didn't you?
Yeah.
Hey.
All right.
Well, how many players were in that pool?
were all players.
10 maybe?
And were they all skinny dipping too?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. So have you ever played strip poker?
Yep.
Yes.
And I
I've
lost.
actually never
Yes.
done that. So Dennis has done it. Denny's done it. Sam's done it. Debbie's looks like she's thinking.
I
feel like
lost, but I felt like I won.
You won because you
You
ended
did.
up
You lost on
naked. That's pretty
purpose,
much what
so
I-
you could take off your
I feel like
clothes.
I feel like I lost, but it was a winning deal.
Are you a nudist?
I maybe so.
Was that the same night you did the double hickey?
I'm sure it's possible. I don't recall. There was alcohol involved.
Oh.
Shocking.
Right? All right. So moving on. Have you
On that
ever had-
occasion.
have you ever had phone sex?
Not the climax.
I have.
Yeah.
All right. So Sam has. Denny has. Dennis has.
We need to
Debbie-
make a list of unique experiences for Debbie to do on the show.
You no.
Next week, Debbie's gonna have phone sex.
Have you ever
We'll get you a
been-
doll.
been in a porn?
That's an interesting thing to ask because if it's not widely distributed,
I know. Like, what are
Right.
we
and
qualifying
if
as?
it's
Like,
if
have you
it's
ever?
just in a sex video and it's private, then
I don't think that
yes.
qualifies.
If it's not
But
something,
Now-
I don't think that's porn then.
Yeah,
I don't think it
I
is
that's-
either.
Yeah,
but
I
it's
don't.
not-
I
we
don't.
I would
wouldn't
agree.
consider that
I
unless
feel
you
like there
distribute
has
it.
to be distribution for it to be.
Yeah.
porn.
So no.
I
Right.
feel that a lot of us are like using this technicality to not have to.
Right,
raise our
right.
hands.
So we're trying to get our hands down.
However, to be clear, in all definitions, I've never been in a porn, so we're good.
Okay.
All right.
All right. So showered with another person.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have.
Yes.
All right, I think
Debbie!
everybody has. Holy shit.
Oh!
So showered with more than one other person.
Yes.
I have.
Yes.
Yeah, I think so. There was alcohol involved.
Gotten a facial.
Yeah, and it was
Yes.
painful.
What kind?
It was painful.
What kind?
I don't know. Something at for me, it was something at Massage Logs.
That's a nice feature. Do you have to pay more for that?
No. Kind
So
of,
is that
it's a facial massage kind of a thing. It's not
Yeah.
Dennis, what kind of facial have you had?
I had the one where they did the blackheads out of your nose. It was painful. They used needles and stuff. It was something else.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I've done a few chemical peels.
Yeah.
I'm getting ready to have one. It's
Yeah.
an aqua gold. That's what they do just before they go on the red carpet.
Can you record the whole thing and we could put it on the show?
I'll ask.
Don't do
I'm
it,
okay.
Sam.
I'm okay with that.
Don't do it,
Absolutely.
Sam. Don't
I'm
do
gonna
it.
I'm gonna be glowing in a few weeks.
Yeah, this is fantastic. For those of you that may not remember, we have our own YouTube channel, Dennis George Show, so you can actually see us during the shows. And so you can look at Sam's face on this episode, and then subsequent episodes, we'll see if they're Sam's getting right into the camera, so we have something to compare it with. And I'll make sure that I take a screenshot of that, and then next week we'll have
thanks.
and we'll put them side by side, right?
Oh no, absolutely.
Yay.
No, Sam, you have to take your before and after photos with the facial. All right.
Oh yeah.
So
And then we could do Botox, and then we could do fillers, and do the whole
hey,
deal.
I like
I'll
where
do
this
it
is
next time I
going.
get Botox, absolutely.
And tattoo live on the show.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll make a video of the tattoo.
I like it.
Hangover too.
Yep.
And the last question from Paul is: have you ever been tied up or in handcuffs, not by the police?
Both.
I have.
Yes.
No, I'm not.
All right, so
But I'm willing to try.
Hey, one of the women I dated had eye bolts on the side of her bed.
Wow. Well, at least she was ready.
Yes.
Like,
It was awesome.
Wow.
It was awesome.
My Lord.
a quick question I want to ask around. My question for the group is: what is your safety word? Dennis.
Well, I actually don't really have a safety word, in all honesty. We've joked about this in the past, and usually no or stop works. But I don't think I've consciously thought of, because here's the problem with a safety word.
This is a one-word answer.
Oh,
What's your
sorry.
safety word?
All right. No.
No or stop.
I was going to
All right.
say, no, I should be allowed to give dissertation. So the thing is on this deal, a lot of times alcohol is involved, and wouldn't remember to tell the person the safety word. And then you'd be in a really precarious situation where you'd wish you had told them the safety word, but you're intoxicated and you didn't remember to tell them the safety word, and then it's gone too far, and now you're in the deep end.
Does sex only happen for you whenever you're intoxicated? Because it sounds like the only time you have physical contact with another person is whenever you're intoxicated.
No, but that's a very fair question, and here's the answer to that one. So,
or are you a rush?
It's just I don't remember. Well, during some of those occasions, I don't remember. So I preface the intoxication because I don't remember those occurrences. So I'm just saying
You only try new things when you're intoxicated.
This is like the Democratic presidential debate. One word answer. One word answer.
That is not what I said, Sam. That is not
Pornography
what I said.
next week with Dennis drunk.
Right.
All right. So, Sam, what is your safety word?
Ouch.
Denny, what's your safety word?
I've never needed one.
Oh.
Debbie, what's your safety word?
I do not have one.
Yeah.
All right, y'all are boring.
It's
Mine
that
is
look.
Mine is meatloaf, because I'll do anything for love, but I won't do that.
His whole question was for that joke.
Wasn't
Yes,
it?
it was.
Right.
For that joke.
Right.
You're welcome. So, Debbie, what's your question for the group?
Oh.
Me? I already know way too much about you guys. I don't want to know anything.
So you didn't do your homework assignment, like I asked you at the beginning.
Well, taking into account, I feel like you picked these questions just to pick on me, Mitchell.
Well, then fine. Give us a question.
saying.
I didn't pick these questions. Paul did.
No, I don't.
Blame
I
the
don't have a
Netherlands.
question for the group right now. I don't. I did not do my homework. You can flunk me. It's fine.
Denny G, do you have a question for the group?
No, I do not.
Sam.
Have we ever had answered the question, if you could only have one food for the rest of your life, what would it be?
No.
No, that's a good one.
There you go.
Or what? I don't want to edit his question. So that's your question, huh?
Right. One food for the rest of your life. What's it going to be?
And what's
What
your
dog food are you picking?
Sam, what's yours? I want you to go first.
I would say Mexican.
I'll go eggs.
Sushi.
Yeah, I'd pick sushi too. Yeah.
Italian.
What?
Sushi.
Italian.
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 I like it.
Yeah.
All right, Dennis, your turn.
So question for the group is favorite vacation spot.
That's
Narrow it down for me. Pick one. It could be an activity too, but
Do you have to have you had to have traveled there already?
No, but
Okay.
you could identify it as your favorite. Denny G, do you have one?
Yeah, one that comes to mind is probably the Royal Hideaway down in Playa del Carmen.
Okay. Playa del Carmen, Mexico. Okay. Mitch?
Paris or Amsterdam?
Okay. Yep. Debbie?
I'm gonna say, and there are a couple places that have these, but you know those little huts that are out on the water that you can stay in?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be your ideal.
Yeah, pretty much. And with somebody to walk back and forth and get me drinks. That's all I need, really.
That's an automatic.
Yeah, one knows a
Yeah.
bathroom there really works really good too.
I would have to say I have looked at pictures because I fell in love with a song, and the song is Calabria. And it's in Italy, and it's like almost like it's like a city that's like right on the side of a hill by a cliff. And I just think that would be glorious. And it would have to be, of course, summertime to go. Whatever their warmest temperature is, which I know it gets warm there, but I would want to go. I don't want to go when it's cold.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mine would be, I think, Grand Cayman in the Cayman Islands. That would be
good spot.
Or on any cruise ship going to the Caribbean. But
you just want to go for the lobster bisque.
Yeah.
True.
But don't remind him. He's going through withdrawal. Don't remind him.
Guy Harvey. It's a
Guy Harvey, right?
Yeah, Guy Harvey. It's a restaurant down there, and it's just right on the water. You look out over. I mean, it's
second floor.
Yeah, second floor. It's just
the water there is just a different color of blue.
Yeah.
It's the blue you didn't think it could be.
It's a
that
color.
Water should be.
It's a shade of blue called happiness.
Yeah, very good.
Yep. Yeah.
Joy. I like to call mine joy.
Or joy. Yeah, exactly.
Joy blue.
Well, thank you, Mitch. Appreciate that. Next week, we're going to have a whole bunch of additional listener email. We have a bunch of we didn't get to this week, and I'm sure we'll get some throughout the week. So next week, we're going to have an expanded segment of listener email.
All right.
Because many of you have that. And we have some people to apologize to, I think.
So we have to apologize to Australia right off the beginning. We're very mean to them.
I don't think they should get an apology.
Yes, they should. You just
What did we do to them?
We're going with Debbie. Debbie's the judge here. We have to apologize to Kim Kardashian because Mitch called her fat.
And she's having a tough week too, by the way.
Well, I'm really sorry for her.
Yeah.
We also have to apologize to Margot again.
Yeah.
The Congo. The chicken blow up doll. We have to apologize to that. Yeah. We should also apologize to chickens that they've been turned into dolls. We have to apologize to Pamela Anderson. What's she in? Oh, never mind. That was what Dennis said. We also have to apologize to Dolly Parton because she was mistaken as Pamela Anderson. Tommy Lee for being in the video. My coffee shop.
Yeah.
I pray that I can get my nickel back.
Yeah.
And I added this one on because we did hurt on the youth of the world for quite a bit. So I added them on. We're apologizing to Meatloaf, Mitch, and we're also going to apologize to .com.
Hey, I think Meatloaf, he would be proud that he was a word that was a safety word. I'm telling you.
You sure?
I'm pretty sure he would like that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he would be proud of that.
Hey, is this the first time we haven't had to apologize to me?
I mean, we still have time. We can fix that.
So
It's been a while, and the French. It's been a while for the French and for you.
Next week we'll
work on that.
Get French on the list.
Next week.
Debbie, we'll work on that for you.
You don't need to work at it. You're already
on the next week. I've already added it.
Remember, please, to follow us on social media and subscribe at all of our platforms. And we will see you all next time. Bye-bye.
Be safe.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for watching.